Okay, I'm back here with Roni because he seems appropriate to add in to this review of a book by Ray Hunt. If you haven't heard of Ray Hunt, I encourage you to go check him out. But Roni's a quarter horse, and seems appropriate to hang around with him for this. So I've got a book I'd like to review with you guys. Won't take too long. It's not a very big book, but it's a very good one. It's called Think Harmony with Horses by Ray Hunt, and edited by Millie Hunt, which he had married way back. Can't remember exactly when, but you can look up the history of Ray. But most importantly, yes, it's a good book. What do you think, Rones? Most importantly, I want to talk about just how much this book resonated with me. Now, I've never met Ray. He died, I think he died about 10 years ago. Never met him, never learned from him directly, seen a few videos here and there. I do know that he taught Buck Brenneman, who I have actually gone to see and audited his clinics and watched his videos and learned a lot from. And I've applied a lot of what he talks about, and he has his own ideas of what Ray talked about. And in fact, this book confirmed that Ray isn't necessarily a teacher of exact techniques, although he has many of them. But what he is trying to teach is concepts so that you can come up with your own. And I thought, that's a lot of what I try to talk about. I try to talk about the same kind of idea where you build, you're tickling my ear, man. Yeah. And then Zeus is over there. Ronnie's paying attention to him. But he talks about how teaching the ideas of what is good or efficient or effective horsemanship can then allow the student or the person watching to come up with their own ideas and their own ways of dealing with horses that makes a lot of sense to both them and their horse. And as he regularly says, you know, you end up when you're teaching your horse, you let them figure out what to do that's right. And he applied the same thing to his students and the way he teaches. And the book itself, I mean, it's riddled with that kind of stuff, but it really resonated with me on that he's got some ideas. He does lay them out. There are a few things in here that are very specific on how you should do something, but most of it is sort of the idea. What? It's a book. Would you like me open it up? Look at that. It's not a very big book. There are not that many pages for the size of it. You'd think that it's kind of overpriced. The quality of the material in here, I'd say in the end is worth it. For me, because it affirmed or confirmed the ideas and the thoughts that I have around how I think about horses. So you guys, if you're new to this channel, you just have to watch a few videos and you'll see quite a bit of how I deal with horses, how I am around them, what I try to do to get them to do things or to not do things. And so a lot of that is reflected in these pages. So I'd say that without a doubt, if you haven't heard of Ray, go look him up. If you haven't read this book or can borrow it from a library or something like that, really good read. Doesn't take very long to read, obviously. It's a little rainy today, so I was most of the way through it and I finally finished it up. I thought I'd talk to you guys about it. Now there was one thing that I had taken a picture of. Zeus is coming around. If you're new here, Zeus is our dog and he sort of travels around quite a bit. Anyways, there was this one paragraph that really stood out to me, and I ended up taking a picture of it because I thought, I'm never going to remember where this is, and I didn't have a bookmark with me at the time. And I wanted to I say this a lot, and again, I've never, there's a fly, make it go away. I've never learned from Ray, but I've learned from Buck many things. So I'd imagine that it's, you know, it's the same thing, and maybe I picked it up from there. I don't know, either way, it doesn't matter. Let me read this paragraph to you. So he says, when you see a horse out in the field or the corral, he isn't bothered. There's no worry. He isn't sticking his head up in the air, his ears pointing straight up. He's standing there stiff and hard. He's relaxed. This is the mental attitude we want. When you don't have a soft mental attitude, you don't ask anything of your horse except to relax and feel back to you and to respond with confidence. The importance of this is that when we go to speed horses up and they get tense and bothered, you can take a hold of your horse a little bit and say, gee, my friend, don't worry about it. Everything's all right. So his neck and his nose will come down a bit and he'll feel his way through that. And I say that an awful lot, I think. I feel like I say that an awful lot. You're tickling me. God. I'll constantly be talking about, people will ask me, well, how to get horses through certain things. And it'll be, we'll get them through all the little things and establish those patterns and build up and up and up to where when you are out and about and you got something that's happening they're really worried about, you'll be able to do something and send them and have them feel back to you and reach towards you, and you'll be able to reach back and you'll say, it's okay, buddy. Everything will be okay. You're with me. And we'll get through this because you've got through it so many times. So highly recommend this book. Simple read, you know, but if you really think about it, it's actually kind of hard. So maybe it's a challenge too at the same time. A lot of good stuff, really good material, highly recommended. Anyways, that's about it. Hanging out with Roni here and the birds. So nice. A little bit rainy, but overall. See, am I teaching him anything good? Am I moving my head around? Am I going to teach him to nibble on me? Am I teaching him to touch me? What am I doing here? I can see myself in the screen. But, you know, what is he doing? Why is he doing that? It's a good question. So we observe and we watch. What if I don't move? Horsey observation. We do it all the time. It is the key. And Ray, thank you, wherever you may be right now, for sort of confirming a lot of my own thoughts that maybe I've picked up and maybe I've just had. It means a lot. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow.